Welcome back, CAD students. This video is to help you learn how to make the tapered planner that you'll see here. I'm going to start a new one from scratch. Make sure you create a new document. You can call it Planter or whatever you want, so I'll call it Planter version 1. A couple of things to note that I noticed from other students' help. Make sure you're in millimeters here. And before you get started, some of you selected inches as your main unit. So come over to workspace units and switch your units to millimeters so you don't have all those weird dimensioning issues. We are making a tapered planner where the top is going to be bigger than the bottom to give it kind of a cool plant-like look, but we're going to do it in not as a circle. If you want to choose a circle, that's absolutely fine, but we're going to do ours more as a square. So we're going to create a sketch on the top plane. Oops, I did not select top plane. So we're going to create, yes, I did select top plane. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm going to use this center rectangle tool and create a rectangle. The top one that we want, the top plane is actually going to be the bottom of our rectangle, so we're going to give this the smaller dimension. And when I was looking at this, I think the best is to do a 60 by 60. You can dimension yours a little bit smaller. If you go too much bigger, I'll have to print it on the lab enders, not my own one, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. Whatever you choose to be the right size for you. And then I like it to not have these really rough corners. So I'm going to do, instead of filleting the final product, I'm going to do what we call a sketch fillet, which is this tool right here. And I selected 8 for mine. I think this default is 5, but if you want to just switch it to 8, you can make it 8. And then if you touch every one of these corners, it will do the same thing. And then hit your green check mark. So now you should have these nice rounded edges, and that's all we're going to do in this bottom sketch. So I'm going to get out of this sketch, and then I'm going to go back to the isometric view so you can kind of get a feel for how it's sitting in the bottom. And then really what we want to do, since we're tapering it, is we're going to create a new plane that sits above this. So if you're in this toolbar, you have to pause it to find it, but we're going to hit a plane that is offset from the top plane. Let me see if I can see how it's going. So you can see that. And I think we want to make ours about 50 millimeters tall. You can make it a little bit taller than that, so that would mean your offset would be higher, but we're going to put something on that plane. So we're going to create this new, it's like taking a piece of paper and putting it at the top here. So now I'm going to go into this plane and create another sketch. So let me change my view. So I'm on, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. So I'm in the top view, just so I can see it clearly. And it's still going to be a center or square, I should say. It's got to be bigger. Because it's the top, and the top is bigger than the bottom. And so these dimensions we're going to give it are 75. And you could go a little bit smaller than that. You go too much bigger, and we're going to figure out how to print it. And we'll also do the same thing where we're going to round or fillet. We call this a sketch fillet. So I hit enter on that and get out of that sketch. So now if you go to your isometric view, what you should see is these two surfaces, a top square with rounded edges that's bigger than the bottom. And we're going to connect these. And instead of using this extrusion tool, notice all these tools up here, I'm going to use what we call loft. And so loft basically says pick the two surfaces you want to loft from. So I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. And you should see that in your profile. And there is kind of my new sketch. And so when you look at this now and you can kind of move it around, you should see that it has like that nice tapered look. But we want this to be a planter or some kind of like pen holder or something that would be cool for you guys to have, which means we need to shell this out. It can't be a solid like this. So there's this nice feature here called shell. So we're going to select that, and we're going to pick this surface here. And it gives you this default of 2.5. I think we're going to just do 3. When I looked at the planner, I thought it was a little bit thicker, but if you want a thinner wall, by all means make it a little bit thinner. Don't go too thick, or it'll be really super long to print, and you won't have good surfaces there. But this is the basics for our planter. So we now really have an entire planter done. And if this was like, you're like, oh, that was a lot, you could theoretically stop here. But we want to do some fun other things. If you looked at the planner I brought in and the picture that I provided, we actually had like these feet coming out of it to give it some character. So this is where you can kind of be creative. You could do something else besides this, but I'm going to show you in this video how to create some feet or some legs coming off the front of your planter. And so to start, we're going to create another new plane, and we're going to offset it off of the front plane. And I think I want my feet to be like about 50 millimeters from there. So my new plane, if I turn it sideways, oh my gosh, where is it? Is going to be in front of the front plane. So let me go back around. So here it is, I'm here. And I'm going to draw a new sketch on that plane, which is on plane 2. And you can rename your planes if you want, but I'm just going to kind of keep it for now. So I want to create feet. So I think the best for the feet is this ellipse tool. And I'm just going to create an ellipse, and then we'll dimension it. So there's my foot. We need to kind of dimension it. I was playing around with it earlier, and I felt like a foot for this of about 14 millimeters in that direction and 30 millimeters in this direction. This is a decent sized foot. You can make yours bigger or smaller. I'm going to escape out of that, but that's kind of one of them. And then I'm just going to move my foot down. Kind of like that it's a little offset like that, but I'm going to move it down just so it's kind of sitting right there. So it's sitting just below that surface. And then what I want to do, because I want my planter to be flat and not have its feet be kind of hanging, I'm going to create a line that goes across the front here to kind of cut it off, and then I'm going to trim that off. So you can kind of see my ellipse turns into a foot with a flat edge on it. And then if you get that the way you like it, you can make another one by mirroring over this center line here, which I think is the right plane. But make sure you mirror both the ellipse and that line. And then we can get out of that sketch, and you should see your 2 little feet. They look like rabbit ears coming off of it. So now we're going to extrude that. So I'm going to come over here and do an extrusion. Make sure I get both surfaces. We don't want it to be that many millimeters. We're going to try 6 millimeters. Even that seems much. Let's try 5. So there is our feet, and you can kind of see them there. And the reason that we did that rather than create the legs and then the feet is because we want the legs to go back from the feet to the planter. Notice this planter has an angled surface. If we start from this and go forward, it's most likely going to create that angle that we don't want because we want to be flat. So, escape, 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 escape. So now let us create something on this surface here. So we're going to create a new sketch. We're going to put it right on this surface. And his legs are mostly circles. So we're going to use the circle tool. And that is a reasonable representation of his nice leg. I'm going to dimension this. Let's try 14, maybe 13. Let's see. What do we like? 13 looks pretty good. And maybe we'll go from here to there And we'll make it a little bit more overhang, so let's say 4. And you can kind of play with yours. I actually now think I want to go from the center. Oops. I want to move this center over a little bit there. And then we're also going to create a new line. Oops. Let me undo that. I'm going to create a new line that starts on the circle. I can tell already I'm not doing that. So let me zoom in here. We want to start on the circle and go to the circle. If you don't get that right, you're going to have trouble with a closed surface. So I'm going to do that. Oops. I'm just having a horrible time of it. Let me see. I want to trim. So mine doesn't do that. So let me pause and fix that and come back. Okay, I fixed my leg here, and then I'm going to go ahead and mirror that. So I had to select his foot, both pieces. And now what you should have on here is kind of what will become his legs. And what we're ultimately going to do now, let me get out of that sketch, is we're going to extrude, and we want to do it in the other direction, from his feet. And we want to, basically, we're not really sure how far it is from here to here. We can figure it out, but instead of saying blind, we're going to go up to part, and then we're going to pick this part here. So now you should have these 2 little legs going through there when we're done. And yours are going to be a bunch of different colors, and that is because each of these is kind of considered its own part. And we don't really want that. We want them, I'm going to pull this out so you can see it, to be all together. All of these parts here, we want them to all be one. So we're going to use this Boolean tool. It's just like a join. So if I click that, it's going to say, what do you want to join? So I want to join, and I got to collect all these parts up. I think I've got them all now into one. Oh, I still haven't done that. So let me look at my Boolean and see what it's mad at me about. So it's got parts 2, 6, 1. Let's try this again. Sometimes it's the order that you go in. If you don't get them all where they would be touching, it gets mad at you. So let's try that. And now I'm down to 2 parts here, so I can Boolean again, it's fine. And figure out what part 1 and part 2 is. And try that. When you're done, you'll know you've got it if they are all the same color. If you got multiple colors, you probably have multiple parts, but it'll make it hard to export. And we want to do one last thing. I really like rounded edges. It's just my favorite. So I'm going to round his feet. And I think I'm actually going to round them. I'm going to try and make a nice big round. Okay, 6 is too much, but 5 will work. Let's try 4. We want to get a good look. And there is what we have. You can see he has kind of these nice, cute little feet. And that is generally your part. So I'm right at the border. Hopefully that works. You can call me over if you have any questions with any of this, and best of luck.